truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the master key system. And many people would know about the popular book written by Charles Hannell called the Master Key System. And I want to just share with you that everything that you would ever read in that book and many of the other self-help books or self-development books, it would all be pointing you to the master key. Because a master key is actually a key that can open any door or open any lock. And I'm saying to you, you are the master and you have the key. Therefore, you are the master key. And this lesson was done practically between Abdullah, which is the black mystic from Ethiopia, Neville Goddard's mentor, and this key that Abdullah gave to Neville was actually the right interpretation of the Bible to break all mental slavery and to remove all superstition and all belief of secular Christianity that was pointing at people to look outwardly and looking at the Bible as a book that should be interpreted literally. But Abdullah gave Neville the key by letting him know that the Bible is a book of mind science and that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. Therefore, he gave him the key to prosperity by teaching him that the central character or the main character of the Bible is man's imagination. Therefore, God in man is man's imagination. And I'm saying to you, if you believe that there's one creator, you believe there's one Lord, one Master, one Savior, you believe there's one Redeemer, then you have to know that there's also one creative power. And that one creative power is the power of imagining. Therefore, you must realize what it really means when it says that all things were made by him and without him was not anything made that was made. You will know that everything that has ever been made, it was first imagined. And everything else that ever going to be made, it must first be imagined. Therefore, that scripture in St. John 1 and 3 can never be speaking of a man 2,000 years ago. It have to be a personification that represents the human imagination. Because there's no one that can say anything to you that wasn't first a thought or first mental or first psychological. And there's no one who can invent or create anything that it wasn't first a thought or first an idea, first imagined. And there's no one that can speak a word. And a word is not a thought expressed. A word is a thought expressed. So when you read in the Bible, it says that God said, let there be, and there was, and you think that there's a creator or some man outside of yourself, it is teaching you of the creative power that is in you, because the power of life and death is in the tongue, in your mouth. You can speak your life how you want it to be. You can speak things into being, because thoughts become things. So my brother and my sisters, I will encourage you to get this book also and read it with the understanding of what I am saying to you, whereby Abdullah and Neville Goddard was displaying all of these things that we are reading in books, and show you that many people fail to realize that the living you must become the living book, reading the written book, because it's a book about your life. Because when you come to understand that everything is mental and that everything is psychological, you will realize each key would give you another key and another key and another key. Then you will realize that you are the key. Because you would realize that you are the one who's creating your reality, whether consciously or unconsciously. Because as a man thinketh in his subconscious mind, so is he. And it is your own thoughts that are creating your personality, creating your reality. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, when Abdullah taught Neville Goddard to trust his imagination, he was teaching him to seek first the kingdom, because the kingdom is within. He was teaching him how to look within himself and prove for himself all of the rewards and benefit there is when we adhere to what our ancestors have been saying to us all along. Man, know thyself. Seek to know thyself first. Seek to know who you are first. And all of these temporal, imaginal, illusionary things that you think are so real, that you're trying to hold on to for identity, these things will come to you, because your real identity is your divinity. So seek first to know your true identity, and when you discover your true identity, you know your divinity, and your divinity will teach you of your royalty. And when you understand your royalty, then you would use your creativity, because you find your magic wand. And you're now using your magical powers, because why? You receive the master key, and you understand that the greatest system that has ever been put together is your physiological system. And then you will understand why you have a nervous system, why you have a respiratory system, why you have a cardiovascular system, why do you have a respiratory system. I'm trying to remember some of the different systems. But then when you put all of this together, you would realize that you are the intelligence. Your true essence is the intelligence that operates all this system. So you are actually the master key. So if you live in your life here and you do not understand your physiology, you do not understand your physical experience and understand how it correlates with your psychological existence, which would bring you into your spiritual existence, then you're living a half-lived life. But when you understand the oneness, when you understand all of these systems, and you understand that you are the master key system, and you start to operate your mind power to achieve your every desire, because you understand the law of mentalism, you understand the law of cause and effect, and you realize that all of your circumstances, that they are the effect, but you are the cause, then you know that you can change your circumstances to how you want them to be. And you will realize that you're not the creature of circumstances. Circumstances are the creatures of man, because you are the ones who are creating them. So then you would look around and see your life. And then when you look at your life, if you're not satisfied with your life, you would know that you need to operate the master key. Which means you have to look more inwardly. You have to trust your inner power, which is your God power. So my brother and my sisters, all of these books that you would ever read, they're very much important for you to exercise your mind. They're very important to help you to build faith. But I want you to know that all of these things are written in these books to help you. It always points you back to discovering yourself. It's always showing you still that self-knowledge is the key. It's always showing you that the answers that you're seeking, that they are within you. It's always pointing you back to the kingdom. And pointing you back to the kingdom is basically putting you or bringing you back into alignment. Because you're out of alignment. Because many times people fail to realize when they're born in this world, they're born in a state of forgetfulness. They're born in a state of amnesia. That's why these books and people like myself, we are here to remind you. So you come back to that place of remembrance. We want you to remember how powerful you have always been. We want you to remember who you are. You must come to that place of remembrance. And your place of remembrance is your place of empowerment. And that is why, my brother and my sisters, you must grab hold of the master key. And I'm saying to you, I've been sharing with you in all of these messages, all these videos, how to operate the master key. Because the master key can never be found outwardly. The master key is not believing in secular Christianity or being a part of a certain religious body or being wrapped up in superstition. No. Science would always overpower superstition, because science would give you results, and results do not tell lie. So my brother, my sisters, learn to love yourself, believe in yourself, embrace yourself, and see yourself as the master key. See yourself as the one who can fix all the problems or situations in your life, because you're the one who have been creating them in the very first place. So my brother and my sister, this is just basically a short way of breaking down, you know, what's in that book. Okay, but I definitely encourage you to, you know, invest in yourself, invest in knowledge, because knowledge is power when it's been applied. But remember, knowledge that is not put to use, or that is not executed, it equals superstition. So do not become religious with me. Be a man of action. Operate the master key. Okay? So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I want to thank you very much. And I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you've been listening to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonates with you, and you haven't subscribed already, I'm definitely encouraging you to like, to subscribe, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel strongly led to support this work, there's always a PayPal link down below. Always feel free to check it out, as long as you feel strongly led to do so. Also, I want to introduce you to my Patreon community, and if you would like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're more than welcome. But I want to mention that I have a course there that is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously, or the Inner Sun Engineering to Create Your Reality Consciously. And I want to say to you that the sun is the key to your prosperity, because when you understand how to impress your solar system from your brain because of the right thinking, then that light will shine in you. But you must come in alignment to get that sun to rise in you and shine in you, because you're told that the Lord thy God is a sun and a shield, and no good thing which he withhold from him in Psalms 84:11. And common sense will teach you that the Son has never withheld any good thing from humanity. For the Son is what powers all of humanity and give all of humanity its energy. And I've been teaching you that the Sun parallels the human imagination, and the human imagination parallels the Sun. For without the Sun, there's no life and there's no light. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. That is why you need to get in alignment with the Sun and understand the inner sun science and technology to create your reality consciously, because that alone right there is the master key. And you're told that one day the sun, the sun of righteousness, shall arise in you. The light will arise in you with healing in his wings. You will be healed first in every way, and then you'll be able to heal the rest of humanity with your wisdom and the life that you would bring forth, that they all would see. So with that being said, my brother and my sisters, I want to say, feel free to check it out if you feel strongly led to do so. So with that being said, I want to say peace, love you all, I'm out.